Good morning, children. Welcome to second session of lesson number 15, probability. In the first session, you have studied about the formula to find experimental probability, that is number of favorable outcome upon total number of outcomes. And you have already seen that the probability of an sure event is 1 and probability of an impossible event is 0. And the probability of an event lies in between 0 and 1. Moving to exercise 15.1, question number 11. 11 bags of wheat flour, each marked 5 kg, actually contain the following weights of flour in kg, that is given 4.97, 5.05, 5.08, 5.05, 5, 5.06, 5.08, 4.98, 5.04, 5.07, 5.00. Find the probability that any of these bags chosen at random contains more than 5 kg of flour. So here 11 bags are given and each is marked with 5 kg. And we can see that some of the bags are having more than 5 kg and some are having less than 5 kg. We have to find the probability of the bags that is having more than 5 kg of flour. So the first step that we have to write is total number of bags, that is 11. Now number of bags contain more than 5 kg of flour. So whenever you are taking these number, we must be careful. Here 5.05, 5.08, 5.05, 5.06, 5.08, 5.04, 5.07 are the bags having more than 5 kg weight. We are not taking the bags with 5 kg, exact 5 kg. Now, you have to find the probability the bag contains more than 5 kg of flour. That is, always write the formula number of bags having more than 5 kg of flour upon total number of bags. That is 7 upon 11. No common factors, so you have to write as it is. Moving to extra question, because the rest of the sums in exercise 15.1 we can do it after completing lesson number 14. The following table shows the blood group of 40 students of a class. One student of a class is chosen at random. What is the probability that the chosen student has blood group number 1, that is O, number 2, that is AB group? So looking into the table given, blood group and number of children are given. A group 11 students, B group 9 students, O group 14 students and AB group 6 students. So we have to find the probability that the chosen student has a blood group of O. So always you have to write the first step as total number of outcomes. Here outcome means total number of students. When you are adding all the frequencies, you will get the total number of students. That is 11 plus 9 plus 14 plus 6, that is 40. Now number of students having blood group O, that is from the group table it is given O group 14 students. So you have to write 14. Now you have to find the probability that the students having blood group O. So the formula you have to write number of students having blood group O upon total number of students. That is 14 upon total number of students is 40. That is cancelling the common factor you will get 7 upon 20. Now question number 2. Number of students having blood group AB. From the table you will get AB 6 students. So you have to write 6. Therefore, probability of students having blood group AB equal to number of students having blood group AB upon total number of students. So that is 6 upon 40. Cutting down the common factor, you will get it as 3 upon 20. You can write it as a fraction or as a decimal. Moving to question number 2. Two coins are tossed simultaneously 500 times and we get the result is already given here. Two heads 105 times, one head 275 times, no head 120 times. Find the probability of occurrence of question number 1, two heads, and question number 2, all tails. Now here you have to write first what is the total number of outcomes. Here total number of times coin tossed equal to 500, it is already given. If you are adding up the frequencies, you have to get it as 500. Now, number of times two heads occurred. From the table you are getting two heads occurring 105 times. Therefore, probability of getting two heads equal to number of times two heads occurred upon total number of times coin tossed. Number of times two head occurred is 105 upon total number of times coin tossed is 500. By cancelling the common factor, that is 5, you will get the answer as 21 upon 100. You write it as a fraction or write a decimal as 0.21. Now question number 2 is all tails. All tails means no head. So the number of times all tails occurred, that is 120. Now we have to find the probability of getting all tails, that is number of times all tails occurred upon total number of times coin tossed, that is equal to 120 upon 500. By cancelling the common factor, you will get it as 6 upon 25. Moving to question number 3. In a box, there are 9 red, 8 white and 3 black balls. One ball is taken out of the bag. Find the probability that it is number 1 white, number 2 red or black and number 3 not red. So here the total number of outcome means you have to add up all the colors of balls, that is total number of balls equal to 9 plus 8 plus 3, that is 20. Now what is the number of white balls? That is number of white balls is 8. Now you have to find the probability that the ball is white equal to number of white balls upon total number of balls. Here number of white balls is 8, total number of balls is 20. So you are getting 8 upon 20. By cancelling the common factor, you are getting it as 2 upon 5. Now question number 2, that is the probability that the ball you got it as red or black. That means it won't be white but red or black. So number of balls, red or black balls means you have to add the number of red balls and number of black balls. That is 9 plus 3, that is 12. Now we have to find the probability of getting red or black balls. That is number of red or black balls upon total number of balls, that is 12 upon 20. By cancelling the common factor, you get it as 3 upon 5. Now question number 3, it is the probability that it is not red. That means other than red, any ball you can take. That is white or black. So the next step you have to write number of balls other than red equal to 8 plus 3, that is 11. Now probability of getting not a red ball equal to number of balls other than red upon total number of balls, that is 11 upon 20. Moving to question number 4. In a survey of 500 families, number of vehicles owned per family were found to be as follows. Find the probability that a family selected at random has number 1 no vehicles, number 2 2 or 3 vehicles, Number 3, more than one vehicle. The table is given number of vehicles owned and number of families. 0 vehicle, 35 families. That means 0 means no vehicle. 1 vehicle, 213 families. 2 vehicle, 170 families. 3 vehicle, 65 families, and 4 vehicle, 17 families. Now the first question is, you have to find the probability that the family selected at random has no vehicles. That means number of families having no vehicle is 35. Okay. Now moving to question number 2, it is given the selected family has 2 or 3 vehicles. That means you have to add up the number of families having 2 or 3 vehicles. That is 170 plus 65, that is 235. Now question number 3, that is more than one vehicle. The family selected has more than one vehicles. So you have to add the number of families having 2, 3 and 4 vehicles. That is 170 plus 65 plus 17. Now we will move to question number 1. Before that, you have to write total number of outcomes. Here it is total number of families. That is, if you are adding up all the frequencies, you are getting 500. It is already given. Now, number of families having no vehicles, that is 35. Therefore, probability of the family selected has no vehicles equal to number of families having no vehicles upon total number of families. Number of families having no vehicle is 35 upon total number of families, that is 500. Cancelling the common factor 5, you will get it as 7 upon 100. Moving to question number 2, number of families having 2 or 3 vehicles, that is, you have to add the number of families having 2 vehicles, that is 170, plus number of families having 3 vehicles, that is 65, and the total is 235. Therefore, probability of the families having 2 or 3 vehicles equal to number of families having 2 or 3 vehicles upon total number of families. That is 235 upon total number of families is 500. By cancelling the common factor, you will get it as 47 upon 100. Now question number 3, number of families having more than one vehicle. That is, you have to add the number of families having 2 vehicles, that is 170, plus 3 vehicles, that is 65, and 4 vehicles, that is 17. By adding up the 3 numbers, you will get it as 252. Therefore, probability of the families having more than one vehicle equal to number of families having more than one vehicle upon total number of families. That is 252 upon 500. That is 63 upon 125. Moving to homework, the questions that we have discussed in the class, that you have to write it in your notebook. Along with that, the questions that I have given here, you have to write it in your notebook. Please try to find the answers by yourself, and whenever you are getting the time, please do the revision of the chapters we have already completed. Thank you.